let's do a brief character analysis of Kip Grady. Can't make a smoothie worth a damn, let's be for real. But I do think that he is quietly one of the most emotionally important characters in the show, and I feel like that gets overlooked sometimes. Kip is not a flashy character. He's not loud, he's not chaotic, he's not trying to dominate this narrative in any way. Kip's power is in his patience. From the jump, he understands the situation that he's found himself in. He knows Scott's world, he knows the risk, he knows what it means to love someone who's scared. And instead of issuing ultimatums every 5 seconds, of which he would be well within his right to do, he does something that I think is so much harder. He waits, not passively, not blindly, but intentionally. I think what makes Kip a compelling character is that he doesn't confuse patience with self erasure. He has boundaries. He gets frustrated. He gets hurt. He walks away when he needs to. And I think that matters because it shows that loving someone who's closeted doesn't mean accepting anything and everything. Kip never begs Scott to change on his behalf, but he does make it clear what he needs, and then he lets Scott decide if he can meet him there or not. I think Kip is also probably the most emotionally stable of the four main players in the story. Now, I have heard that Kip is crashing out for 40 days and 40 nights in the book, but in the context of the show, I do think that's true. When everything and everyone is high tension, high stress, emotional tsunamis, Kip is grounded. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that he has a really strong support system in Elena and his dad, which also makes sense considering he's really the only one with that type of support system. Scott Hunter's MVP speech was beautiful, but it was what it was because of Kip. Because we watched what it cost him to wait. We watched him love someone through fear and secrecy and distance without losing himself in the process. Scott naming Kip publicly isn't just Scott's moment, it was also Kip's reward as well. I think that Kip represents a kind of queer love that is rarely centered in media. The partner who waits, but not necessarily forever. The partner who understands, but not at the expense of their own dignity. The partner who believes in love enough to be patient, but strong enough to demand honesty and walk away when it's not delivered.